Coming up on Tech Tonight, Scotland votes no to independence.
And fraternity house is suspended. Find out the details next.
Welcome to Tech Tonight. I'm Bailey Engel.
And I'm Rachel Van Meter. It's been over a week since UVA student Hannah Graham has gone missing, and police are getting suspicions about a man who was last seen with her. Police are eager to receive more information from Jesse Matthew, who was spotted with her on video surveillance in Charlotte at what's known as the Downtown Mall. The police chief stated that Matthew came to the station this past weekend requesting a lawyer. He then spoke with one and left, leaving detectives empty-handed as to what happened the night she disappeared. While authorities were tracking Matthew's movement, he was caught on surveillance getting into his car and aggressively driving off. Police now hold an arrest warrant on Matthew. Authorities have already searched his car and apartment but have declined to release any information.
A man climbed the fence in front of the White House and managed to enter the building Friday before being taken in by Secret Service. The suspect is Omar Gonzalez, a 42-year-old Iraq war veteran who relatives say is suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder. Gonzalez was carrying a 3.5-inch serrated knife at the time of the incident. President Obama and his family had just left the White House for a weekend trip to Camp David, Maryland, hours before the attempt. Gonzalez's former stepson has came out and said that Gonzalez's mental state has been declining in recent years due to his exposure to warfare.
The fraternity Tau Kappa Epsilon at the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee is under investigation due to suspicions of members placing date-rape drugs in drinks served at a party they held over a week ago. 3 women and a man were hospitalized after consuming the drinks offered at the party. Search warrants have been issued to seek out drugs that cause memory loss or other intoxicating effects. One of the women who was hospitalized stated in the search warrant that the fraternity sold all access cards that gave only women infinite drinks. The victim says the cards were only sold to females and you had to be hot to get one. Vice Chancellor of University of Relations Tom Lujak released that the university has suspended Tau Kappa Epsilon while the investigation presses forward.
Somewhere Braveheart William Wallace weeps. Scotland will not become independent of the United Kingdom after 55% of Scottish voters voted no on the independence referendum on September 18th. Even though the issue is now at a close, tensions are still high in the country. Fights broke out in Glasgow over the weekend between yes and no voters, resulting in 11 arrests. Former British Prime Minister Gordon Brown urged his fellow Scots to reconcile over the issue, but it will be presumably years before the issue is finally put to rest.
A man barely escapes a house fire Friday morning thanks to his pet dog, who woke him up in the nick of time. Pulaski County Fire Chief Bill Webb said an extension cord caused the fire. The house was nearly decimated, leaving damage cost to be over $65,000. According to Red Cross spokeswoman Lisa Thompson, the man and his dog will be provided food, lodging, and clothing assistance and follow-up services if needed.
Despite the guarantee there will be a new one next year, most of us can't wait to get our hands on the new iPhone. Apple's new iPhone 6 was released on the 19th to millions of customers who waited in lines around the world to be the first to receive the new product. The newest model of America's most popular smartphone has a larger touchscreen and are reported to be even more durable than the iPhone 5. The iPhone 6 is now marked at $199 along with a 2-year service contract. Initial sales numbers for the iPhone have not been released yet, but the figures are expected to be record-breaking for Apple. Now stay tuned for your entertainment news next.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
Give up on sex, don't give up on birth control either. There are more methods than you think. Find yours at bedsider.org.
I've got a job to do today.
I've got a job to do today.
Have a good first day at work, Mom.
Your donations to Goodwill fund job training programs right in your community.
Feels good to start fresh, right?
Sure does.
And like that, you're a job creator.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
Hi, I'm Erin Miller.
And I'm Carly Gillespie with your entertainment news.
3 years after his public altercation with boss Chuck Lorre, the infamous Charlie Sheen may be making one final appearance on 2.5 Men. Star of the FX hit television series Anger Management, Sheen and members of the CBS crew are discussing possible ways to say his final goodbyes to 2.5 Men. After being fired from the show, people are questioning what has caused the change in heart from Lorre to let him return one last time. Not many comments have been made regarding the situation, so you will all just have to wait until the final season of 2.5 Men kicks off on October 13th on CBS to see what will happen.
On September 20th, actress Emma Watson delivered a speech at the United Nations headquarters to launch the He for She campaign against gender inequality. The Harry Potter star was named the UN's official Women's Global Goodwill Ambassador 6 months ago and has taken her role in the organization very seriously. In her speech, Watson tackled gender inequality issues such as women being paid less than men in the workplace and discussed what prompted her to identify herself as a feminist. To learn more information about the campaign, go to www.heforshe.org.
Celebrities always seem to be a little eccentric, but running Wild star Bear Grylls definitely takes the cake for his wedding proposal. The 40-year-old reality television star shared his special moment in an interview with Piers Morgan this past Saturday. The star and his wife were skinny dipping when he pulled the ring from his butt cheeks. Grylls and his wife wed in 2000 and are happily married with 3 sons.
Duchess of Cambridge Kate Middleton was forced to cancel her trip to Malta after suffering from hyperemesis gravidarum, or severe pregnancy sickness. This was to be Middleton's first official solo overseas trip, but the royal family undoubtedly felt that Middleton's health during her second pregnancy was of top importance. Real-life Prince Charming, Prince William, swept in to save the day and stepped in for the Duchess in Malta. The royal family was forced to announce her pregnancy sooner than they wished earlier this month due to the severity of her illness. Middleton is now resting comfortably after being treated by doctors at Kensington Palace.
2 years after Honey Boo Boo came on air with the hit TV show Here Comes Honey Boo Boo, Mama June announces her split from husband Sugar Bear Thompson. The TLC reality stars are taking it day by day after Mama June caught Sugar Bear meeting women and making profiles on online dating sites. Matriarch June recently stated that she is moving her children out of their family home in Georgia in order to be closer to her family during this difficult time. The season 4 finale of Here Comes Honey Boo Boo aired on August 14th, 2014.
Here's to hoping for a trip down memory lane. Rumor has it Disney Channel may be in the works of reuniting the cast of the channel's popular TV series Lizzie McGuire. In a recent interview with the Huffington Post, Hilary Duff, the actress who played Lizzie McGuire, stated that she would be open to a Lizzie McGuire reunion. Though no official comments have been made by Disney Channel, a reunion is something all fans of the show have been waiting for since the last episode aired back in 2004. Until the reunion happens, we are all just going to have to rely on reruns to get our fix of the beloved best friends, Lizzie, Miranda, and Gordo.
Stay tuned for sports.
The next 30 seconds can save you a lot of money. Just do your laundry in cold and stick to full loads. Auto-sleep your computers. Plug your gadgets in a power strip and switch it off when you're done. Headed out? Turn back your thermostat by 10 degrees. And drive sensibly. The more energy you save, the more money you save. Find other great tips at energysaver.gov.
To Maddie, congrats on paying off all those student loans.
Finally, right?
How'd you manage that anyway?
I started tracking my spending, changed a couple of habits.
Wow, I'm kind of living paycheck to paycheck right now. I don't even know how I'm doing it.
Well, have you tried saving a little?
I want to, but where's that money gonna come from? Bill collectors, they're the worst. Am I right?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind.
Not home.
Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
The average text takes your eyes off the road for nearly 5 seconds.
Good.
Homemade noodles. Oh. Marty, stop it. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. It reminds me, I've been thinking maybe we should try a new form of birth control. I heard about this one, it's called the IUD, intrauterine device. Or we could try the patch on your arm. Actually, I think that one goes on your butt.
Bedsider.org has birth control information and a lot more. And it's...
What do you think then? Arm or the butt?
Hi, I'm Andrew Roja.
And I'm Lexi Johnson with your sports news. Nearly 7 months later, former Baltimore Ravens running back Ray Rice still faces controversy regarding the domestic violence altercation in February of this year. Rice reportedly hit his former fiancée, now wife, Janae Rice, in the elevator of Rebel Casino in Atlantic City. The Ravens initially suspended Rice for 2 games until recently TMZ leaked a video from the night in the elevator. The video showed Janae and Rice violently arguing, then Rice punched Janae, knocking her out. The former running back had a 5-year contract with the Ravens. Rice was released by the Ravens and indefinitely suspended by the NFL on September 8th.
Legendary New York Yankee Derek Jeter will be playing the final game of his career this Sunday. Since debuting in the majors in '95, Jeter has been elected to 14 All-Star games and won 5 World Series titles. The longtime Yankee captain retires in 6th place in the all-time hits list and will without a doubt be a first-ballot Hall of Famer.
Well, Jameis Winston has managed to make the spotlight again. Florida State's undefeated quarterback Winston was suspended for the entire game against the Clemson Tigers this past Saturday. The suspension was due to Winston's inappropriate comments that he allegedly yelled around Florida State's campus. Jameis apologizes for his actions and to his teammates for his selfish acts. Winston will return next game.
Former NFL kicker Rob Baronis passed away in a car accident last Saturday night. Police said that Baronis was speeding and lost control of his SUV in a curve. Earlier that night, Baronis was reportedly involved in 2 separate road rage incidents. In a 911 call, a woman claims Baronis attempted to run her off the road. Similarly, a Belmont University student alleged that Baronis chased him and attempted to sideswipe him at speeds up to 110 miles per hour. Baronis' NFL career included 9 seasons with the Tennessee Titans. Rob Baronis, dead at the age of 36.
Atlanta Falcons wide receiver Devin Hester has a record-breaking 20th return touchdown. Tampa Bay's defense was no match for Hester's speed as he marched down the field, breaking the NFL record for return touchdowns last Thursday night. Hester has passed Deion Sanders, who was inducted into the Football Hall of Fame in 2011. Many say that Hester is Hall of Fame worthy.
This weekend's major college football games are missing some marquee programs with a lot of schools on byes. However, there is still plenty to get excited about. Sophomore sensation Kenny Hill and the 6th-ranked Texas A&M Aggies look to continue their hot streak as they take home the Arkansas Razorbacks at home. In ACC play, the #1 ranked Florida State Seminoles look to remain undefeated as they travel to NC State to take on the Wolfpack. And of course, Virginia Tech hosts Western Michigan right here in Blacksburg. That game will kick off at 12:30 p.m. Wow, Jameis in the news for negative headlines once again.
You know what, it's honestly really believable just because even from the first incident, he didn't seem sincere when he apologized. And how do you feel about that?
He has a tendency to make poor decisions, it seems.
Very, very poor. You know, when I was watching the interview, when he apologized for this incident, he didn't seem like, you know, it really moved him. You know, even though it affected the team, it didn't seem like he was moved by the situation.
You know, it seems like he's just trying to brush this off and move on with the next stage of his life, but these things are going to keep following him. When he tries to enter the NFL draft at some point, these are all going to come back into play, and we're going to really see who the real Jameis Winston is.
Absolutely. The past is still very present.
Well, that's all for tonight. Thanks for watching. I'm Andrew Oja.
And I'm Lexi Johnson. Tune in next week.